Welcome back. You are watching The Core, coming to you live from Channels Television Studios in Abuja, and we're talking about the herder-farmer conflicts in Nigeria. I'd like to quickly take a few comments from people at home. Dr. Anmuyiwa says, I'm disappointed that the minister is talking about creating ranches for herds. This is a business. Who gives lands to tailors? Who gives lands to artisans to move from place to place and work? In 2018, herdsmen cannot roam other people's lands like vagabond. Fahad Shehu says these farmers and herdsmen crises are all political because these kind of crises are usually settled with the aid of traditional rulers. Sonny C says, why is the federal government of Nigeria so much interested in the cattle business? Is this not personal business? Has the FG shown this kind of interest in other businesses before? Mustafa Bukar Kiri says politicians have politicized this situation. What Nigeria needs now is to come together irrespective of ethnic and religious differences and dialogue for a lasting solution to this issue. And we will soon, go on to start talking about solutions. But quickly, before the break here, you were responding to that interview specifically that I had with the governor regarding the bill that was passed in Benue.
Yes, so I think the bill was passed in response to people's desire. And the efforts to implement it were in response to the people's desire. The people even questioned if the government was ready to fully implement it the way it should be implemented. And they kept referring to Ekiti State as a prime example of that bill. We appeal.
You do know in Ekiti State, though, the bill doesn't ban open grazing. It bars it from 6 p.m.
From what we understand...
No, I've seen the bill.
No, from what we understand,
yes,
with civil society and people we talked with,
yeah,
they just felt that the way the entire process had been handled in Ekiti, in terms of implementing whatever bill they had,
right,
that was the kind of firmness
that
and
they wanted to see.
That they wanted to see, because they felt previously that hadn't been there.
Okay, I want to start talking solutions, and there's a lot of people in the audience that want to talk, but I want to bring in the policeman first, just to ask him, what are you doing regarding just securing these areas where there's conflict, specific things?
Okay, I'll start from this note. You see, it's so unfortunate that most of the time our efforts are not being appreciated. The gentleman there made mention of something, that journalists do not conduct investigative journalism. We have helicopters. If they want to come along with us, we'll give them a ride. Right there and then, you're all aware that the Inspector General of Police visited Benue. He was there for 1 week plus, and all he did there was to hold a series of meetings with interested parties, with communities, and even with that, he was still giving directives to policemen on ground.
Okay, so but what specifically, because we have to be conscious of time,
Madam, we have
specific things that you're doing.
You should allow me to talk so that members of the public and those watching will appreciate
I understand, but if the program finishes, you won't have a chance to talk.
I appreciate that. Right now, we have 5 units of mobile men on ground. 5 units, of course, a unit consists of 63 men each, covering from Logo down to Ukum. That is the coastline of River Niger. Our men are there. They've created buffer between the border and the other states. Apart from that,
realistically, how long can you keep them there?
We will keep them for as long as we attain peace there. We have the capacity.
And the other areas?
We have the capacity. We have problems all over the country, and our men are there. In Kaduna Jere Road, our men are there on ground. We have 600 men there with 80 patrol vehicles. Okay, so deployment, what else? We have deployment there. Then when you talk of deployment, it's good I mentioned those that we have deployed. We have our intelligence assets there. We have aerial assets, 2 helicopters flying. And of course, we have, like I said, intelligence assets. We have our technical components. We have a team called Special Forces. These guys were trained in Belarus. They were even assisting the military men at Sambisa Forest. We have to recall some of them to join you people there. Okay. That's why I said for now, there's appreciable peace. And we are encouraging people. And yet, the governor of Benue State says he has no confidence in your IG. I don't want to join you with the governor. I'm telling you perceptively what is on ground. Okay. Yes. Let me go quickly to the audience. Okay, we're going to do this really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll see how it goes, yeah? So the gentleman, no, please, the gentleman here in front. Then the one next to him, then the last 2 gentlemen here. We'll have to be really short and quick. Please. Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Aliyu Tilde. I'm a farmer and a journalist at the same time, sort of.
I don't think we will get out of conflicts of this nature if we do not control our unruly youth. Whether it is Boko Haram, whether it is Ghana's militia in Benue, whether it's whoever, you find that the crises are generated by youth. They are unruly. They want to attack people's property.
Young people.
Young people.
Why?
Youth.
Why?
They don't have jobs. There are so many. They are not well educated. And even if they are educated, they don't have jobs and so on. So we have a lot of fodder on ground.
Okay.
So that is one. Two, now you have peace in Benue, peace in court, because the Fulanis have been evicted. As you have rightly said, it's only in 4 local governments in the Idoma-dominated regions where you have some Fulani left. And even that, there is a lot of pressure on the local government chairman to evict them. Okay. Now, thirdly, on the perception that... You
have to be really quick.
Thirdly, on the perception that ranching is the solution. Ranching is not the solution. Ranching is a problem in sub-Saharan Africa.
Why?
I have a ranch at home. I keep my own cattle at home, and I know what it costs me. But I don't know any ranch in Nigeria.
You're surely not suggesting that in this day and age, we should allow cattle to just be roaming up and down.
No, not at all, not at all, not at all. For ranching, you need an environment that is amenable or that can allow ranching. In sub-Saharan Africa,
so if ranching is not it, roaming is not it, what is it?
No, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture has said it. We have had grazing reserves.
And colonies, okay, and I can get
these reserves are there. These governors need to reactivate these reserves.
Okay.
So that
I really need you to give the microphone to the next person. We will come back to him to talk about this reserve since he seems to do. I need to get as many people in as possible.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Abdurrahman Usman Leme. I am from Mambila Plateau. Quickly, you all have mentioned some of the causes of this problem, and which are mostly global problem. We talk about population explosion, you talk about desertification, but we are now discussing this because there was a conflict, and we are not going to talk about these issues unless we address what this gentleman said here, the culture of impunity. Like where I come from in the Mambila Plateau, where these attacks happened in 2017 recently, there have been 4 major attacks from 1982 till date. But these people are known by the communities, they are known by their community leaders, they are known by their victims. So if we don't allow
impunity,
if we don't allow the police to carry out their duties and arrest these people and prosecute them, we will not get to the bottom of this, because people always come up.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Impunity is an issue. So please let me go to the gentleman in the yellow over there, and then the gentleman.
Thank you very much.